All right, Nick Stavas here, GlobeOneSports.com. I'm here with head coach Cory Faust. We're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming football season. First of all, thanks for taking the time, Coach.
You bet. Thanks for being here.
All right, so I think I'll just start off right with the questions. Last year, coming off your best season yet, you made it to the Dome. You finished in a semifinal game, a close loss. So basically, expectations are high from people in the town, people from all over the state. So what are your expectations for this team coming off your best season here in Lowland?
For me, I think it's just really important that we focus on doing the best we can, maximizing our potential. Last season was awesome, and we do return some players from that team, some good players. But every year is different, and the challenges are always different. So if you worry too much about the end goal, we kind of always had that goal. We want to compete for state championships, district championships, but really, the main goal should just stay on the daily process that it takes to be all you can be. And if you do that, that gives you your best chance of winning the championships, and then each game along the way too.
All right, so talking a little bit more about the team, arguably the best unit on last year's team was your offensive line. This season you returned 4 out of the 5 starters. So can you tell us a little bit about what this means and how you plan to use it kind of in your game plan?
You mentioned it. We feel like we've got a really strong line on both sides of the ball, so we'll use them to hopefully be able to run the ball on offense, and we know we got to have balance at the same time, and we feel like we'll be able to throw the ball efficiently as well. And then defensively, again, it all just starts at the line of scrimmage, so we feel really fortunate that way, but we're looking for guys to step up still at those positions, and then the other ones around them.
So then what have you seen from like the skill players on the offensive side, the guys in the backfield, anyone that stands out to you, anyone that you look to play really well this season?
We returned Cody Burrish as a receiver. We feel like he's ready to have a breakout year there, and he's also maybe going to help us a little bit in the defensive secondary. Really happy to have Jake Mertfeld and Anthony Sherry back, along with Andrew Bloom, played some safety in the secondary last year. So we kind of know what they've got, and we've got several guys that are competing well for those other positions at slot and receiver on offense, and then on defensive back on defense. Probably too many to mention them all, but some guys that actually played last year. Cooper Silvius did a really nice job for us at slot in some spot situations. We feel like he's ready to have a breakout year. Colton Schutte, we've kind of moved him from quarterback to he's playing some running back, some slot, and also some receiver in some of our spread things, and he's done a nice job. And Zach Carr is the guy that's moved in, and he's looked pretty good. He's just got to kind of learn our system, but he's done a nice job. And then, like I said, we got a lot of other guys, just to name a few: Cohen Watson, Josh Ruth. I shouldn't have mentioned anybody because I'm going to miss some. But we got a lot of guys we really like, and we're just, it's early. We got to see what they look like with pads on still. But we feel like we've got some good talent. We got the potential to replace some guys that we're missing. Obviously, it's going to be tough to replace all those guys. All 3 of our starting linebackers are gone, and those guys were all really good players. Maverick Decker's the all-time kind of statistical leading receiver, and Colton Wilwarding obviously at quarterback too. But we might not find exact guys to replicate them, but we feel like we've definitely got some guys that can step up and play good football.
Yeah, so just piggybacking on that, your team's going to be young this year. You graduated a lot of guys, especially on the defensive side. Do you have anybody like a senior guy that you can see just taking the reins and just kind of leading this, inexperienced team?
Yeah, I'm a big believer that everybody's a leader. So I don't like to hang my hat on one guy. I think anybody within our program knows Andrew Bloom is a very good leader. He's probably gonna play some quarterback for us on offense. We feel like he's very capable of that, and I think people just kind of look to that position to be a leader. Caleb Sanders, I think, has stepped up kind of his vocal leadership this year. So that's been good. But like I said, it's really on all the seniors. They're kind of taking on a new role that way, and we're still in that feeling out process, still in the development process. But everybody's a leader. Everybody contributes to the energy of the team, whether it's positive or negative. So we look for everybody to step up in that area.
Right. So every year, you already mentioned someone like Cody Burrish, having a breakout season. Every year, there's that one senior player that just comes out of the woodwork, surprises everybody. The Reagan McFarland, the Nate Nebel, with how good they are. Do you have like a prediction for who that might be, or do you already see who that might be, or?
Could be that there's several guys that could be that too that just pop off just because coaches talked about them last night after practice. Josh Ruth is one that didn't maybe play a lot of snaps. People might not know his name, but had a great offseason. He's a very dedicated kid in the weight room. We've looked to him to have a breakout year, and Blake Von Essen has really just developed over the last years, and again through a lot of hard work. So those are two that recently pop off my head. Keegan Roenfeld, I think he's earned himself a spot on the offensive line at this point anyway. Like I said, we got to see with pads on, but like you mentioned, it's been fun to see kids develop over the years and really have those breakout years that we couldn't even have predicted until it happened. So I'm sure I'm hoping there'll be several more just like that this year.
Right. So looking around the district, Glenwood was the only team that graduated a lot of talent. I mean, Schultz from Creston's gone. Malinsky from Carroll's gone. Both Harlan stud receivers are gone. So that being said, who do you see being your stiffest competition? I mean, I know you don't like to pick out certain teams that are circled in red, but who do you see being the toughest teams on your schedule?
If you look at it on paper, I think Harlan is still going to be very tough to beat, and Creston also returns some really good players. Carroll did graduate a bunch, but you can't sleep on them, and I think the fun thing about 3A football is it's very good from top to bottom. I mean, you could name any of the other teams, Denison, Winterset, maybe didn't have the record that would say that they're going to contend, but they certainly will. And I think just from top to bottom, we got to be ready to play. We got to play 9 one-game seasons, be ready to play our best game like it was for the state championship every week. And if we do that, focus on the one game at a time, that'll give us our best chance to compete for the district title.
All right. So you guys have your black and gold scrimmage. That's next Thursday, right?
Yeah, this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. here at the football stadium.
All right, and then the first game will be August 25th against AL here at Glenwood. Be there. Thanks for taking the time, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the coverage.